Hello everyone, my name is Dmitry Gritsenko, and in this video I want to show you one popular opening trap in Budapest gambit for black, and let me show you this opening idea. So at first Budapest gambit is opening after d4 knight f6, c4 e5, so now black sacrifices the pawn on e5, but in the future black can capture this pawn on e5. So d takes e5, of course the best move for white, and now knight g4, the main line for black. So now black wants to take this pawn on e5. Next one is bishop f4, knight c6, attacking this pawn with both knight. Then knight f3, bishop b4 with the check, knight b2 d2, and then queen e7. So now black wants to take this pawn on e5. So main idea is knight g to e5, and for example if white plays e3, then knight g e5, for example knight e5, knight e5, for example a3, or maybe bishop e2, and in this position white has some advantages, but I think black is normal now. But our main idea is of course after queen e7 white can play a3, and let me show you database. So after queen e7, e3 and a3, two main moves for white. a3 is also possible and also good move, but now we have interesting idea and interesting sacrifice, interesting opening trap, and this is not, for example, bishop d2, but knight takes e5. And what is our main idea? Our idea is to checkmate white king. So after a takes b4, knight d3, and this is stalemate in 8 moves for black. And let me show you the chess database. Let's go back, and this is more than 35,000 games in this position, and of course this is completely winning position for black. Also, let me show you some more variations. For example, if after a3 and knight g takes e5, white don't want to take this bishop on b4, of course white can play for example knight e5, then knight e5, and of course a takes b5 also blunder in this position because of knight e3 and similar checkmate. And also let me show you the chess database. This about 6,000 games in this position, but of course after knight e5 the right idea for white, it is e3, and then of course bishop on f1 protects pawn on g3, and then for example bishop d2, queen d2, g6, and now we can see this is simply position, and white has small advantage because of two bishops. So two bishops is good in this position, but evaluation is pretty equal, so 0.6 now by Stockfish. But of course our main idea is to checkmate white in 8 move. Let me show you this idea another way. For example d4, knight f6, c4, e5, sacrifice pawn on e5, but then after d takes e5 we can attack this pawn with our knight, and then bishop f4, knight c6, knight f3, bishop b4 with the check, knight bd2 protects white kings, and then queen e7, a3, knight g to e5, and then a takes b4 and knight d3 with checkmate. Pretty idea, and very simple but very effective in practical games. So I hope that you enjoy my video. Goodbye and see you next time.